Elon Musk used to be untouchable. He was the visionary, genius billionaire who reimagined the car, the rocket, and even the human brain.
We can do a full brain-machine interface.
He wasn't just building technology, he was building the future. But now, things are much different. The man who once symbolized innovation, progress, is now in the White House. Instead of launching rockets into space, he's leading an effort to slash the size of the government. And this is leading to a lot of controversy.
So I think Elon needs to, go back to making rockets.
But he has enlisted a corrupt, unelected billionaire to slash essential programs that hundreds of millions of Americans depend on. Elon Musk isn't cutting waste, fraud, and abuse. He doesn't even know what he's cutting.
So how did Elon Musk go from being a revolutionary genius to one of the most polarizing figures on the planet? To really understand what's going on with Elon Musk today, we have to go back in time to the other side of the world. Elon Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa in 1971 to wealthy and ambitious parents. His father, Errol, was an engineer, property developer, and emerald dealer.
We realized we'd learned Obama's a queer married to a man.
Even as a kid, Elon Musk was different. He was obsessive about technology, captivated by computers, spending hours learning programming languages, and creating his own video games. But Elon felt restless in South Africa. He wanted to dream bigger, and he saw Silicon Valley as the center of the universe. At 17, he left home, first heading to Canada thanks to his mother's Canadian citizenship, then eventually to the United States, chasing the American dream. And that's exactly what he started doing.
Alarm till morning. Batman's battle against crime never ends.
In the mid-1990s, Musk co-founded Zip2, a small software that helped newspapers publish online.
It provides online access to information about cities around the country.
It sounds very simple and rudimentary, but back then it was actually groundbreaking technology. Zip2 became Musk's first big career success, selling for over $300 million in 1999.
It's a classic Silicon Valley story.
Suddenly, Musk was wealthy, but for him, money was not the goal. It was just the fuel that he would use to launch to new heights. He took the cash and immediately co-founded X.com, not to be confused with X as in formerly Twitter. This was the original X.com. He has a bit of a thing with X's.
This is an ATM. What we're going to do is transform the traditional banking industry.
This was an online banking app that would soon merge with the company that we know today as PayPal.
I think X.com could absolutely be a multi-billion-dollar bonanza.
Musk saw the future clearly. Money, he insisted, should move effortlessly, digitally, anywhere on Earth. PayPal disrupted banking, creating a new digital economy, transforming online commerce forever. When eBay bought PayPal in 2002, Musk's fortune exploded. Well over $100 million personally.
So I guess in today's dollars, we're about $3 billion. So it worked out pretty well.
But his ambition was just getting started. He set his sights even higher, and it became even more clear. Cars, rockets, space exploration. Elon Musk wasn't just interested in disrupting industries, he wanted to reinvent entire economic sectors. In 2004, Musk invested nearly his entire fortune into Tesla Motors. At that time, electric cars were really just seen as expensive toys, slow and very impractical. Tesla was supposed to fail, but Musk saw something bigger in the company.
God, I thought at the time I thought most likely we would fail.
You did?
Yeah.
What about now?
Now I think we will most likely succeed.
He envisioned electric cars not just as possible, but inevitable and necessary.
Well, what I hope we're doing in 5 years is doing our mass market vehicle.
Tesla did not just change the automobile industry, it forced the entire sector to innovate. Suddenly, electric cars were fast, stylish, and desirable. Tesla became the most valuable car company in the entire planet, surpassing legacy giants like Ford and General Motors. It still makes the majority share of electric vehicles on the road today. But for Musk, even revolutionizing transportation wasn't enough. In 2002, he formed SpaceX, again with the X's. Another venture considered too ambitious, even borderline crazy. Musk's vision? To make humanity multiplanetary.
And then I think you've got space tourism or space adventure.
SpaceX became the first company to put astronauts in orbit and became the first ever to even land rockets back on Earth after launching them into space, making rockets reusable. The impossible became routine, and we totally take all of this technology for granted today. Musk was proving everyone wrong again and again, transforming entire industries, creating thousands of jobs and inspiring millions to think even bigger. Then came Neuralink. Musk wasn't just satisfied with reshaping the physical world, he wanted to reshape the human mind itself, connecting our brains directly to the machines, promising a future that sounded straight out of science fiction.
Yeah, this is going to sound pretty weird, but achieve a sort of symbiosis with artificial intelligence.
With all these accomplishments, Elon Musk had become even more than just a billionaire CEO. He became a cultural icon.
People have called you the real Tony Stark. Okay, you've got your finger in so many different advanced technologies. As I said, SpaceX, Tesla, now you've got Solar City and the solar pack that people put in their houses. Are you sincerely trying to save the world?
Well, I'm trying to do good things, yeah.
But icons can fall, images can be shaken, and Elon Musk was about to learn just what happens whenever you get to the top of the mountain. For years, Elon Musk carefully navigated politics. He wasn't just a tech billionaire, he was a key figure in America's sustainability movement. Under Obama, Musk secured billions of dollars in government funding and contracts, turning Tesla and SpaceX into modern industrial powerhouses. His advocacy for renewable energy and innovation earned him widespread support, especially among progressives who admire his vision for a greener, cleaner world.
But you're trying to do good things and you're a billionaire. I mean,
Yeah.
that seems a little bit like either superhero or supervillain. You have to choose one.
But then, slowly at first and then rapidly all at once, things started to change. The pandemic pushed Musk's political shift into hyperdrive. He publicly condemned the lockdowns, calling them fascist. He defied local regulations by reopening Tesla factories in California, openly challenging government authorities. Actions that at the time thrilled conservatives, but alienated liberals who had once championed him. His increasingly combative stance on COVID restrictions turned Musk into an unlikely political symbol.
You've changed the COVID misinformation.
Has
rules.
BBC changed its COVID misinformation?
The BBC does not set the rules on Twitter, so I'm asking you.
No, I'm talking about the BBC's misinformation about COVID.
Suddenly, the man that revolutionized electric cars and sustainable energy found himself praised by the political right and harshly criticized by the left. Elon Musk, once politically liberal, openly began to clash with liberal figures online, publicly criticizing politicians like Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and even mocking President Biden. His growing hostility towards the progressive politicians on the left side of the political sphere puzzled and angered many of his supporters, who had long admired him for his commitment to sustainability and innovation, values that they both seemed to agree on. But Musk did not just stop there. He dove even deeper and deeper into politics, forming an unlikely bond with Donald Trump. During the 2024 presidential election, Musk became a vocal ally, campaigning alongside Trump during several rallies and events, and even publicly endorsing several of Trump's more controversial policies.
Entitlements. So that's like the big one to eliminate, because that's the sort of $500 billion, maybe $700 billion a year.
Musk's embrace of Trump shocked his progressive supporters. Many couldn't understand how someone who was so committed to renewable energy and scientific progress could support a president who so actively undermined environmental regulations. But Musk's political calculation was not accidental, it was strategic. Elon assessed that if Trump were to win, he would get to play a critical role in shaping the new administration early.
Your money is being wasted, and the Department of Government Efficiency is going to fix that.
The backlash was swift. Former fans, once devoted to Musk's technological vision, began turning on him. Tesla's brand, previously seen as a future of sustainability, now seemed increasingly targeted through divisive political battles. The man once celebrated as a visionary had become a polarizing political figure, aggressively engaging critics, endorsing controversial conspiracy theories, and continuing to argue with liberal figures online.
I'm a bought asset of Putin.
Yeah.
I'm like, he can't afford me.
Even going so far as to endorse political parties like the AfD in Germany. With every controversy, Musk's political identity hardened, and his fan base began to fracture even more. Those who had loved Tesla for its innovation and promise felt abandoned, replaced by the new audience drawn to Musk's combative style and provocative statements. Elon Musk was no longer just the electric car guy, or the rocket guy, or the pioneer. He was a political warrior, openly aligning himself with figures and ideas that many found very difficult to stomach. But Musk wasn't done yet. In fact, he was just getting started. Trump won the election in a landslide, and Elon Musk would get direct access to the seat of American power straight in the White House. In the early days of Trump's second term, a new entity emerged, the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. DOGE was something that both Elon and other political figures had long been advocating for, but Elon got the tag to lead the effort himself.
He's getting in office for about 20 people that we're hiring. You know, it started off with 12. Then it went to 15, then it went to 25, then it went to 50, and everybody wants to join. And
Musk's appointment as the head of DOGE was both unprecedented and controversial. Officially, his role was to streamline federal operations, eliminate wasteful spending, and inject private sector level efficiency into the sprawling government bureaucracy, which, to be honest, all sounds good on paper. The mission was ambitious. However, with such an ambitious mission came a very tight time frame, and this has led to several key mistakes.
21 federal employees just resigned in protest. Who are these individuals? Where do they work?
These are employees that had been in the federal government for years under the United States Digital Service, USDS. Now, these are people who work in technology. A source describing to me, these are engineers, designers, data scientists, project managers. In the words of one source within that agencies, these are people leading critical work and critical projects across the government. And they
the dismantled agency this morning. You can see the signs being held there. They were given 15 minutes within a designated 1-hour window to pack their things and get out.
Initially, the public response was fairly mixed. Supporters hailed the move as a bold step toward reducing government bloat, citing Musk's track record of innovation and success. Still, there were concerns with Musk's being the one to be personally leading the charge, since he himself held contracts with the government via SpaceX and Tesla. After all, how is this all not just a giant conflict of interest?
Where's Elon Musk? I'm sure he's a genius and is a very credible person because of the wealth he's accumulated. But that does not put him above the law or the responsibility to come before this committee in this Congress. If he's so great, if these plans and all the fraud and abuse that he's found are so eminent, why isn't he here explaining it? You know why. Because he's out to privatize Social Security.
Either way, the plan moved forward, and as DOGE began its work, cracks began to appear. One of DOGE's first initiatives was a series of deregulation policies. While framed as efforts to cut red tape, many of these changes directly benefited Musk's own companies, notably Tesla and SpaceX. Critics were quick to point out the apparent conflict of interest. Was Musk leveraging his position in government for personal gain?
We're letting somebody who's unelected, who's an auditor, now he's an auditor. Is he everything? Is he God? To be able to do what he wants to do with the American people. It's got to stop.
The ethical dilemmas did not stop there. Reports surface of internal controversies within DOGE, including the placement of former employees of Musk inside DOGE and other key government agencies, some as young as 19 years old, alongside allegations of heavy-handed tactics. Accusations range from sidelining career civil servants to pushing through policies without adequate oversight. During one press conference, Elon stood behind Trump in the Oval Office to help answer questions from the press. The optics of this were, of course, troubling to most people watching this.
What are the checks and balances that are in place to ensure that there is accountability and transparency?
Well, we actually are trying to be as transparent as possible. In fact, our actions, we post our actions to the Doge handle on X.
He was asked what he would do if he encountered a situation where there was a conflict of interest. Elon and Trump both specified that if such a situation occurred, Elon was to recuse himself on a voluntary basis.
if he's got a conflict, I mean, look, he's in certain areas. I mean, I see this morning, I didn't know, but I said, do the right thing.
Of course, that wasn't exactly a satisfying answer to a lot of people watching. The international stage was not immune to Musk's reach. His comments that Ukraine started the war and placing blame on Zelensky and EU leadership, claiming that they each personally want to see a forever war to enrich themselves, have definitely raised a lot of eyebrows. Such statements blurred the lines between private enterprise and foreign policy. leaving many to question the appropriateness of his involvement. Domestically, the backlash has been palpable. Congressional hearings have been convened to scrutinize Doge's actions, with many lawmakers openly demanding accountability and transparency. This conflict has also reached Trump's cabinet, with reports of conflicts breaking out between different cabinet heads and Elon Musk, including arguments with Marco Rubio and other key cabinet staff. Tesla's reputation has taken a significant hit as well. Once the darling of environmentally conscious consumers, the company's association with political controversies by way of Elon has led to declining sales and public protests, including acts of vandalism. Yet instead of retreating, Musk has simply doubled down. He has become more vocal with political rhetoric online, openly challenging critics and defending Doge's initiatives. Conservative commentators, even Trump himself, have supported Elon and Tesla and encouraged people to buy Teslas. When we started this video, we wanted to answer a simple question: what happened to Elon Musk? No one denies his genius, but what about his leadership and his discernment and wisdom? Musk's foray into politics has deeply divided public opinion. Gone are the days where Elon was a near unanimous public symbol for American innovation. Now if you say the name Elon, you're going to get either a groan or a shrug. The question now isn't whether Elon will continue to influence our future, because he undoubtedly will. The real question is, what will that future look like? Will it be the bold, innovative future that Musk once promised us, filled with renewable energy and interplanetary travel? Or will it be a divided, contentious reality shadowed by controversy and mistrust of even our most foundational institutions? Elon Musk changed the world. That much is undeniable. The open question is whether he's changing it now for the better, and whether at the end his positive changes will outlive his controversies.
But you're trying to do good things and you're a billionaire. I mean, yeah, that seems a little bit like either superhero or supervillain. You have to choose one.
Thank you for watching this video. It's definitely a lot to unpack, and there's certainly a lot more nuance to this discussion than what we just talked about in this video. So I want to hear what you think about all of this in the video comments. Like this video if you found it to be interesting, and share it with a friend. That really helps spread this channel and help it grow. And subscribe for more analysis just like this, and even deeper discussions on other topics. On this channel we cover international affairs mostly, but I might start dabbling in kind of other topics like this that aren't exactly international affairs, but are a little bit more, political in nature. With all that, I'll see y'all next time. Later.